There we go. I'm running like the Imperium in 40k with outdated tech from the dark age of fucking mankind. I keep trying to buy myself another USB cable. It's just that I don't know like which version this is. I bought the wrong one. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm illiterate. And it was such a good start of the stream. I swear, chat, it was like the best start ever. You guys have no idea just how amazing it was. And I had so many good jokes. And I managed to say such amazing things. Alright, let's see. Let's see what I missed. Holy shit. The first one. 2 words to solve the problem. Red mist. Oh my god, Zlixion, you're really pushing that YouTube algorithms with the edge. This is why you need a dual monitor. We can't hear you. Dude, with the electricity prices going up in Romania, will never happen. Guys, I'm sure V will make an announcement. Any moment now. He will get a second monitor. Never. Fucking never. I will live with one. I'll just try to get like an... The thing is like the microphone cable is probably like short-circuiting inside. Like if I move it even a little bit, it glitches. Anyway, right, let me tell you what you guys missed, okay? Because I've been talking for 5 minutes straight. Was talking about Elon Musk, right? So, apparently, Elon Musk is sorry for insinuating that Donald Trump is a pedophile. And my take on this was that there should be some sort of social punishment for accusing someone that's a pedophile when they're not. Like, you should be able to stop the witch burnings by going after the witch hunters. You know, like the witch hunters that are pointing to a person that's not really a witch. I mean, it's not like you're destroying a man's reputation, an entire career, and public image with that accusation, right? It's not like the accusation alone can actually destroy someone. Oh, wait, it is. Right, so like, why are people able to get away from accusing with that shit? Because, like, I pointed out, it's like, there's no fucking way that the accusation is true. And my basis on it was that Elon Musk said, oh, Trump is in the Epstein files. And I was like, well, motherfucker, how do you know? Like, seriously, how do you know? Like, the Epstein files are currently secured by the feds, right? And so, unless he hacked the feds, which would be a crime, I don't see how else you can know, right? Like how do you know? But, like, secondly, okay, let's assume that he knows. Why the fuck would you bring your kid next to Donald Trump if you knew? Huh? Because, like, you remember, like, this is what Elon Musk is famous for. Like, he brought his child into the White House to spurg the leftist journalists out, right? Because, like, for the leftist journalists, seeing a child, it freaks them out. Like, it's like, no, this is not how human reproduction should work. You're not supposed to find a woman and have a baby. That's problematic. You're supposed to vote Democrat, and they're supposed to let them in. Just open the gates and let them in. All of them. All of them. Right? Like the spice melange, the thing that America covets. Immigrants. Not the legal ones, the illegal ones. Like that's what America needs to function. It functions on the blood of immigrants. And that's how humanity reproduces. You know, that's how I learned at anatomy class when I was in school. It was like, look, in order to have kids, you don't have mommy and daddy go together. No, you have mommy and daddy voting Democrat to bring like 15 illegal children in. That's the way that humanity reproduces. Gold standard, right? And so Elon Musk having his own kid, that's unnatural. That's abhorrent. You know, he didn't even go to Planned Parenthood. Fuck is he doing? And so, he apologized apparently, right? After, again, bringing his child next to a person that he claims was on Epstein Island. V, just finished your Greta video. You know what else emits carbon? Human breathing. These people are 8.2 billion carbon dioxide spewing machines running around all needing to be controlled. Oh, yeah, you know, like, I'm actually curious how they didn't go after human farts and burps yet. But going back to Elon, right? Like, let's not get sidetracked, because this is important. Let's not get sidetracked. Again, Elon Musk had the Sperg Out with Donald Trump. Now, don't get me wrong. Kind of understand the Sperg Out. Apparently, he may have lost, according to other public sources, around 25% of his wealth for getting involved with the government, right? Like getting involved with Dodge and all that shit, and people burned down his cars and attacked his businesses, right? And I assume, and I genuinely believe this, I think he did it in order to actually change something. Like, I genuinely think so, you know? Like, he doesn't want America to go bankrupt. His business is out in America. Makes sense to me, you know? Because, like, when you're the richest man in the world, and you already have fame, and you already have a social media, the only reason you want to get involved in politics is probably because you may want to change something, you know? The only person that I know who did this and actually worked the same was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, the man was already an actor, he was already rich, you know, becomes governor of California. Maybe he actually wants to change shit. Same with Donald Trump, right? That's why Donald Trump... So, like, there are these rare individuals on planet Earth. They already are famous, they already have money, and they make good politicians. Because, like, they actually want to make some changes, right? And so, Elon Musk, I definitely think he wanted to make changes. He sees the spending bill and freaks out. He's like, well, hold on a little bit. You know, like, I joined Dodge. I did my best to, you know, shut down USAID and did all of that shit. And now they're actually increasing the budget spending. Like, was it all for nothing? I can see the butt hurt, right? But, like, to call Donald Trump a pedophile. Well, he didn't call him a pedophile, but he insinuated, right? Like, this is where he dropped the bomb. He said, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Again, if that's the case, why would you bring your kid next to Donald Trump? Huh? Like, if you thought that, if you genuinely believe that. I mean, it's not good for the optics, right? Because it's not like he's going to lounge on him on camera. I assume, like, the geography also plays an important fact. Like, you have to be on the island, right? But, like, the optics, like, if you knew, right? I'm just saying. Anyway, apparently he deleted that tweet, said he is sorry. And people are saying, well, this is the first time that Elon Musk has said sorry. I don't think it's the first time, though. Didn't he apologize with that Path of Exile stunt? I may be wrong. I'll have to check. Academic agent explain why nothing will change even with Trump. Well, of course nothing will change. You know, like, people are God fucking damn, it pisses me off so much when people are this delusional. Like, the left, it took the left at least 3 decades in order to get us where we are, right? Like, they actually built something. They put their sweat into something. They worked hard to get us here. And people want, oh, yeah, like in 4 years. No, you'd have to consistently, for at least 2 decades, do this. Right? Like, for 2 decades, you'd need to actually get people convinced that lowering taxation is a good thing. When half of your society wants higher taxes, when half of your society wants to tax the rich more, okay? The government isn't the problem. It's the people that, number one, don't go to vote, and the number two, the people that vote against you, right? Unless you convince them, everything else is for nothing. And even after you convince them, you still need to work for decades in order to achieve something. It is what it is, you know? I'm just saying, like it would be disrespectful. It would be a cosmic injustice if the left worked for 2 decades and their entire work got uprooted in 4 years. Just, you know, like it would be a crime against nature. You wouldn't like it if it happened to you, right? Like, if you worked on a project for 3 decades systematically and consistently, and then someone else came and ruined it in 4 years, you'd be upset, right? You'd say, what a world, what a world. It's like, it's the exact way that's working. And Dimion, thank you for being a member for so long. Cut my taxes or cut it out. Tired of paying for boomer social engineering. That does nothing but make me feel less. You know, like, that's another thing. I wish there wasn't a way to opt out on the welfare. Like, eventually this thing will go off by itself, because it's not sustainable, right? It's a pyramid scheme. Like, that's the thing. When you realize that the welfare system is a Ponzi scheme, because you always need more people in order to pay for the old, right? Like, it's a pyramid. Like the new generation has to be larger to pay for the old. But, like, eventually you don't have that many new people. And so it is a Ponzi scheme. There are countries with 0% tax. I mean, I guess like they have a different way of taxation, right? I know they're not a couple, but usually like they have a sales tax or some shit. I do agree though, like that would be an interesting way to look into. I should be able to opt out of welfare to lower my taxes. Well, yeah, but they don't want that, right? Because then everyone would opt out. The thing that really pisses me off when I think about it is that I'm pretty sure that despite the fact that I'm paying like a moron consistently, I'm not going to get much. Like, I have this feeling that when I'm old and I retire and I have a pension, it's going to be shit. It's going to be peanuts. But yet, I have to pay anyway, right? That is exactly how Social Security works in the United States, when it was supposed to be just savings. Yeah, I know. It is what it is, right? Let's talk a little bit about anime. Anime. Wait, where's the one that's the haram? I heard someone call this this anime. Hold on, let me think how they framed it. I mean, I think they called it child pornography, but they added more than that. Slut children, or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how? Who would air that? Like, who would air that, right? Like, if you call, like, who'd air it? Like, this is on mainstream television. Like, what is it? And it was like Rental Girlfriend. Oh, fuck off. You know, like, this is the problem with these people, exaggerating everything to 11 in order to be taken seriously. Like, if you need to go all the way to that place, no one is going to take you seriously anymore. Like, when there's actual something that needs to be discussed, when there's actual a problem, you know, like the movie Cooties. Like, when I have to ask, it's like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, real kids? No, anime. Like, hentai? No, it's not hentai. Apparently, like, the characters are 16 or some shit. And it's like, okay, are they fucking? No. So if they're not fucking, where's the pornography, you fucking moron, right? Like, if you go to prison and Booba tells you that he wants pornography and he's willing to pay, right? Booba gives you 5 cigarettes and is telling you, give me pornography. And you're bringing him this, Booba is not going to be happy. He's going to take your fucking cheeks because you're a liar and a con. It's a high school romance, chat. It's a fucking high school romance. There's a genre for it, right? Like, apparently teenagers don't like watching old people fucking, right? Like, teenagers like enjoying slice of life from other teenagers. Who would fucking know, right? Oh my goodness. Oh no, there's actual shit for teens. So what is this show about? Well, as I mentioned before, it's a romantic comedy, right? Like, it's not supposed to give you meaning. It's not supposed to be something deep. It's not supposed to be... No, it's supposed to make you laugh, okay? If you look at it and you chuckle, that's great. But the problem is, you have retards in the world. And then you have the leftist people, and it's like, it's glorifying. It's like, you know, I can see the angel and the choir and being like, glory, glory unto incels. Glorifying. Like, fucking adjective, buzzwords, right? Glorifying. What the fuck is it glorifying? Stalkers and incels. Oh my goodness. Like, without this show, we wouldn't have stalkers and incels in the world. You know, this is why Saudi Arabia is safe. They don't have anime. The right-wingers that I've saw, it's normalizing. It normalizes slutty behavior. It's like, the reason we have sluts is because of anime, right? Jesus in the Bible, when he had sluts, they watched anime. That's why they become a slut. Makes sense, right? Fucking Western morality, right? Everything comes from fiction, especially from Marvel movies and Harry Potter. But anyway, what is the show actually about? Well, in Japan, you have this thing called Rental Girlfriend, right? A bizarre service. Oh, the degeneracy. Oh, the fall of the Japanese Empire. A Rental Girlfriend institution is not actual pornography. It's basically an actress that you hire in order to pretend to be your girlfriend, right? There's no kissing, there's no touching, there's nothing. It's for people that are lonely. And if it's for a lonely man, it's a crime against nature, all right? Like, lonely women, they can do everything. They can buy a dildo, they can do anything without being judged. But if you're a lonely man, heaven forbid. I don't know if the service itself actually helps. Like, it may help people that have autism to learn how to speak with others. But, like, basically you go out, right? And you go to an ice cream or a coffee or some shit like that, and you talk to another person. You're not supposed to do that, right? You're supposed to do it on Discord, or you're supposed to do it with AI to make right-wingers and left-wingers fucking happy, right? Just stay in your fucking house. Just do it on a place where no one knows, and that's morality. If you actually go outside and you do it with a person, right? You pay for a service. Again, no touching, no nothing. You're just sitting there, you're having a coffee. That is a slut. A slut. You know what else I noticed? They're so fucking happy when they find the slot. It's like they go and they click-a-click, oh my goodness, oh, I found it. I'm fixing Western society. I hate those people. Anyway, right, moving forward. The show is about this guy who has a girlfriend, and he's like really happy with her, right? Like, he's the happiest guy in the world. And then suddenly she dumps him for no reason whatsoever. She just fucking dumps him. And the guy is devastated. Doesn't know what he did wrong. Like he doesn't see any problem. Like, he's looking back at his relationship. Didn't do anything wrong. She just dumped him all of a sudden. So the guy is traumatized, and the next day he calls this rent-a-girlfriend. Tries to forget about her, right? Calls this rent-a-girlfriend. This chick comes up from the right. And this chick is like the perfect girlfriend imaginable. Like she's perfect in every single way. And he tries to make a move on her. Right? Like, tries to kiss her. Give her the kissy. And the girl recoils. And every time he tries to make a move, like, she's not okay with it. And then he embarrasses her in public. Says something like... You're like, oh, all of this is fake. Like, you don't really like me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like, he embarrasses her. So, like, what she does is she grabs him, takes him behind an empty room, and asks him. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, you paid for a service. You know what you paid for, right? I'm not actually your girlfriend. Like you paid through an app so that I pretend that I'm your girlfriend, so you stop being lonely. Like, that's what I paid. That's what you paid for. You know what you're getting, right? Like, why can't you act normal? Why are you being this parasocial? And so, like, this creates drama, right? It's tension. It's fucking amazing. Like, finally I get to feel something. You know, I'm feeling something because I'm watching Hollywood. I'm watching Netflix, and all I feel is cringe. Feel fucking cringe, you know? You want me to stop watching anime, start making some actual entertainment like you used to do back in the days. Like, but like, here I feel comedy, I feel like slice of life, there's just like intrigue, there's drama, there's like some fucking humanity into a show. Instead of watching, what do Americans make nowadays? They're making, Borderlands. Borderlands with grandmas. Oh my fucking god, that's what they want me to watch. Anyway, right, so... This whole thing, like, it lasts for, I believe, 4 or 5 years, because I watched the first season with my wife, but after that, I stopped. And it was like, the whole thing, you know, he would constantly try to go after this chick, but eventually, he would never have the courage to tell her that he loves her, and they would get into interesting slice of life situations. Anyway, 5 years later, finally confesses to her, and she tells him to fuck off, right? So, like, 5 years of him paying for her nonstop, paying her rent, helping her out when her grandma died, doing a lot of stuff, a lot of chores for her. And as you can see, you know, like, this has 17.7 million views. Like, a lot of people watch this anime. Like, this is not some fringe shit. This is pretty popular. Like, Romania has 20 million people in total, right? This shit has almost the population of Romania. Like, that's how popular this thing was. And so, hold on, give me a second. I'll read the super chat first. From SRC Maker, thank you for the $10. Yet another job that will be replaced by AI, robots, especially in Japan. They already have small AI girlfriend, smart home type devices. There will be even text when you are late coming home. Oh, yeah, they already have this shit, yeah. I do expect that OnlyFans is going to go down because the AI girlfriend industry is going to take over. What are the best leftist creators to watch? I love Vosh. He has the best crash outs as well as occasional news I don't otherwise hear. I used to watch the Young Turks. I don't really like Vosh because he's dishonest. Like the moment he said, I don't care what happens, like I just want to win. That kind of makes me think like, okay, so you may give me information that you know is not true just because you want to get a win, you know? Like it's not something that I'm into. Jimmy Dore is an excellent leftist. I fully recommend it. Hi V, I was in stages. Start 1913 was stage 1 and stage 2, aftermath of World War II. Stage 3, the escalation in the 60s via a long march through the institutions. Stage 4, Operation Mockingbird with media manipulation. I can go on, but fuck taxes. Well, yeah, American Outline. Imagine a president ruining all of those stages in 4 years, right? Wouldn't that be unfair? We need to find a way to organize an actual tax strike. Oh, they have plans against that. Like, you wouldn't be the first to try. Anyway, right, let's talk about the anime again. See, like, a lot of people are saying it's NTR. It's NTR. Give me a second. It's NTR. Like, it's cock porn. It's cock fetish. Oh, my goodness. You are so fucking simple-minded. You are so fucking simple-minded if you think that's what it is. This is not how Asians try to push morality, right? They're not trying to get you to glorify cock fetish. They're not trying to get you to glorify NTR. They're trying to make a comedy, and they're trying to make you laugh. But I will tell you the deeper meaning of this anime, okay? You fucking ready? Like, you're going to be mind blown. This actually is about a huge problem that Japan is having, right? Western morality is all about, like, societal issues, meta-narratives, representation, girl boss, soy boy, soy jack. Like, that's the shit that Westerners do. Japanese people are more pragmatic, and their morality is a lot more fucking wholesome. Because they actually, they do the same that the Westerners used to do 2 decades ago. They have a problem in society, and they show something that people can relate with it. It doesn't have an answer. It doesn't have a solution. It's just like, if you're Japanese and you're watching this anime, you're like, okay, I live this life as well. And it feels that you're not alone, right? Like, it makes you feel that the universe doesn't just want to fuck with you. That's what Japanese morality is. So, like, if you watch this anime, what is that morality? The reason all the characters are miserable, every single one of them, is because they constantly try to impress their elderly people, right? The main character tries to impress his family. This chick tries to impress her grandma. Every single character is having a miserable, shitty existence because they're trying to impress their elderly folk, right? And so, it's not about NTR, it's not about cock porn, like, can you start seeing the bigger picture? Honestly, watching Westerners talk about something, it reminds me when I was in 6th grade, and we finally got to see, the anatomy atlas, where you're supposed to learn about the muscles in the human body, and, where the spleen is, and where the organ is, and the guy next to it is like, penis, penis, and it's like, literally, that's the mental understanding of the fucking internet nowadays. It's like, there's a little bit more than that, like, there's more than the fan service, there's more than all of that shit. And what it is, it's like, yeah, it's a society that is in anguish. Because I kind of understand how it's like, like, imagine everything you do reflects on your family, right? And they can disown you as well. So, like, your entire life, you have to please people because that's, like, what they do in that culture. This is why you have, like, a lot of suicidal rates. Like, I can't even imagine what the fuck is that like, And so, like, the whole shit in this anime is to show that had they just stopped giving a fuck, had they not cared, like his first girlfriend, right? The reason she breaks up with him is because her parents didn't think he is of a good stock, right? Like, he didn't think that he is educated enough, didn't think that he is well enough for her to marry him. She loved him. She absolutely loved him. She broke up with him because of her family, right? This chick wants to please grandma by being in a movie. even after grandma dies, the reason she takes this job of a rental girlfriend is so that she can learn improvised acting. Like literally every single character is a tragedy. Now, second thing, another interesting one is this guy, the main character, he has actually four women that are pretty hot, all wanting to be with him. He doesn't want to be with any of them because he is in love with this chick, right? So what does it say about it? Well, what it does say is that humans like what they can't have. This is another tragedy. It happens to a lot of people, right? Like, humans like what they can't have. And so the only correct solution would be for him to stop talking with her. Just disconnect, but like, he can't do it. He's addicted. It's like a fucking drug, right? What is the answer to this, right? Like, there's no moral to this. You're not supposed to emulate them. You're supposed to understand that this is part of human nature. This is part of humanity. It's a human curse, if you will. Like, it's normal for almost every single person in their life. They're going to end up having someone that they can't have. And this is what this anime is showing. They're not trying to say that these characters are relatable or that this is a good thing or that they're trying to normalize it in a society. No, what it's trying to do is to, number one, make you laugh. Number two, be relatable. Like get you to remember that, okay, maybe this happened to me one day, you know, maybe I did some bad decisions because I was trying to please my folks. Or maybe I was doing some bad decisions because I fell in love with someone that didn't love me back. And then you also have this idea, like, someone did the math, and apparently, like, he spent $250,000 on this chick. I don't know if the writer actually, you know, planned for it to be $250,000, because, like, usually the writers don't add up and do these math. But, like, okay, let's say that he spent a lot of money on her. And people are upset because she refused him. And I'm thinking, like, okay, let's take it from her perspective. You know, like, a lot of guys, they never put themselves into the perspective of the chick, right? Like, let's imagine we got sexy tits now, and we got we're a woman, right? Gorlock the Destroyer. Do you guys know Gorlock? I think everyone knows Gorlock, right? Gorlock the Destroyer. Let's say that you're at work and you have Gorlock the Destroyer as your colleague. And Gorlock the Destroyer, you know, like you have to work with her on a project. And she's pretty fucking nice, you know? Like, I mean, she looks like Gorlock, but like she actually cracks some jokes. Maybe she's in the shit that you are into. Maybe she just wants to play League of Legends or Dota with you. I don't fucking know, right? But like Gorlock likes Magic the Gathering, right? Gorlock comes with her Magic the Gathering cards, with her Yu-Gi-Oh! She wants to do the duel. And you're having fun with Gorlock. Like, she's really nice, right? Maybe you even go out. Maybe like one day she asks you to go out, and you go out with Gorlock. And you making sure it's like, hey, Gorlock, I'm not interested in you that way, right? And she's like, no, she knows. Like, she just wants to spend time with you. And so you're being nice, right? And you're going out and you're having a good time. And maybe she buys you dinner or whatever the fuck, right? Like, she wants to spend money because like she's got a lot of cash. And then, like, you know, you find out that your landlord is kicking you out. Like, your landlord is kicking you out because you don't have money. But that's okay, you know, like, Gorlock pays. Gorlock is like, you're my friend. I'll pay for you. That's fine. Right. Now let's say after Gorlock invested a lot of money in you, she's, like, telling you that she loves you. And you're like, well, you know, you like her as a person. Like, she's fun to be around. You know, she makes nice jokes and shit. But she's fucking Gorlock the Destroyer, right? Like, you got, like, she's a nice person, sure, you know, she's a good friend, but would you want to go with Gorlock? You know, would you? No, of course not, right? Why? Because, like, there's absolutely nothing Gorlock can do in order to become attractive. It doesn't matter, like, how nice she is to you. It doesn't matter, like, how many days you go out with her, right? And so, it's literally the same thing with this anime. Like, women, they like the Chad. You know, they like Chad. They like the jackhammer. They like the Prince Charming. They want the Khal Drogo. They don't want the little wimp. They don't want the guy that doesn't respect himself, right? And so, like, the main character here, he had several opportunities to confess his love before this final chapter, right? And because he didn't, she smelled weakness. And because he decided to not be with any of the other girls, to constantly pursue her and shower her with gifts and shower her with money, he didn't respect himself. And women feel that. Like, women feel if you don't respect yourself. And so if a man doesn't respect himself, how can a woman respect him? And so because he was weak, because he didn't respect himself, he became Gorlock the Destroyer in her eyes. You know? This is the difference between men and women. Women that are Gorlock the Destroyer, they can't do anything about their situation. They're stuck Gorlocking. But men want to be the Gorlock. Like men actually actively try to be the Gorlock. When you use the rental service girlfriend, that's when you become the Gorlock. Like the moment he picked up the phone, the moment he called her on that rental girlfriend service, that's when he became Gorlock the Destroyer. Had he not called her, she would have been his neighbor. And if she was his neighbor and just dated her then, he would have been laid, you know? Like, he would have been married. Have kids by the end of the season. It would be like Nagatoro. I think like Nagatoro got married, right? So the last page on Twitter. But yeah. So that's the thing, you know, like when you go to an e-girl and you give her a super chat. Like, that's the moment when you become Gorlock. Now it's fine to be Gorlock if you have no interest in that woman, right? Because, like, you can be Gorlock with a woman and you can be Chad with another. Like, it works that way. But, like, when you give up money to a woman that's not your girlfriend, right? And you're not on a date. And you give a super chat or you do some just act that you wouldn't do for a guy. That's when you turn. That's when you Gorlockicize yourself. In the States, we have professional cuddling service. Get the fuck out. Really? Literally nothing explicit. They aren't escorts. Just for people who need someone to cuddle with. Can do Netflix and chill, but cuddling is the furthest you can go. That's... wow. Last girl I asked out recently. Her mouth said no, but her face said ew. Only my AI waifu has ever treated me with kindness. See? Women can't compete with the AI waifu. If it's only that easy, IRL. You need to cast the wide net, IRL. You just need the wide net. Look, if you ask 30 women, like, one of them has to say yes, right? Just you haven't casted the net wide enough. Unless you have, like, a specific problem, like if you're Peter Dinklage sized, you know, if you're like a tiny person, that you may have an issue. If you miss teeth, if you're on a registry, like, I don't know. There's like many issues that could interfere with what I said. V doesn't understand stories are artificial or something. The writer made it that way for 5 seasons. This isn't commentary on society. No, I think it is commentary on society. Because these things are relatable. Like, yeah, sure, you know, the writer didn't make it up. I agree. But the idea of pleasing one's family, which was from, like, the first season, that is something that most Japanese people experience. The idea of going after a woman and then not getting her, that is something that most men experience. Like, this doesn't require planning. Like you know, it's the same with How I Met Your Mother or Friends or shit. Like, you don't need to plan these things like you're George R.R. Martin and foreshadowing and setting all the pieces. Like, there are some human truths out there that are so fundamental that most people even write them without thinking. I've noticed over and over again, guys not noticing girl and women who like them. Most of the guys I let know were happy with me, who likes them, and stop chasing ones they're interested in. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like, men are the same, right? So, like, there is something about attraction. Like, we like people that don't like us back. It is what it is. It's why passive aggressiveness works so well. right? Like the moment you stop talking with someone, that's when they want to talk with you. I don't know why that is, but it is. All 3 and 4 women also think they deserve handsome and confident men. And I'm pretty sure, that if you're like Tyrion Dinklage, you also think that you deserve. It's not necessarily like what you deserve, right? It's kind of like you want, like everyone wants a Porsche, even if you don't have money for a Porsche. That doesn't change the fact that people want it. Anyway, Western authors be like, here's my story, a thinly veiled disgust fetish. Japanese stories be like, here's my fetish, and oh god, wish the MC were me. There are several authors that have like their fetishes, but I don't feel like this is necessarily a fetish. Like, people are way too distracted by the sexuality. Just because it's a romantic comedy and it has some fan service, that's kind of like saying, watching a slasher film in America and thinking that the person that created it is a psychopath, right? Like watching a Tarantino movie and thinking that he's into gore and he probably watches cartel execution videos. Like, I don't necessarily think that this is the case. I mean, it may be, sure, but like, just because like an anime has fan service, I don't necessarily think that, oh yeah, well, this is the kick the author has. The main problem with Western storytelling is the fact that they constantly ask for consensus, right? Like they first of all, like, they have a lot of censorship that they need to go through, but secondly, it's like they have focus groups. So like, they have focus groups and they constantly ask them. It's like, did this offend you? Did this go like, You can't write art by consensus. That's the problem. And the other issue that Westerners have is SAG-AFTRA, right? So like SAG-AFTRA, which is the Writers Guild, apparently, like, if you're Netflix or Amazon, like, you need to only hire them. Like, if you don't hire SAG-AFTRA authorized writers, apparently they boycott your entire thing. So they can boycott the entire Amazon because they have the show without the writers. Now, in order to be a SAG-AFTRA writer, you have to have certain politics, and you have to have a certain way of writing, right? And that's pretty much why the West is pretty much shit. And this is why people watch anime. It's not that anime is pretty good, it's that everything else is shit. Like, I remember when you had the Stargate and Battlestar Galactica and Star Trek and Babylon 5 and Andromeda. I would never consider watching anime because it was fucking boring, like, it's a kids show. That's what people would say. It's cartoons, it's for kids. But now there's like nothing, not a single TV show that I'm watching, not a single one. Everything is shit. Anyway, right, let's talk about the L.A. riots. Give me a second. See if I can find it. So the Summer of Love, like, this is something that I noticed. I don't think this is a winning move for the Democrats anymore. Like, the interesting thing, like I'm actually fascinated about this cultural event, right? When the whole social justice movement happened, a lot of people were on the sides of social justice because they had really good PR, right? Like, social justice activists, they're the empathetic ones. They're the ones that are doing shit out of kindness, right? And if you don't agree with them, then you're the asshole. No one wants to be viewed the asshole. Kind of like in that Japanese anime, I guess. Like, we care too much about what other people think rather than what's right. Rather than what we feel is correct. And so, everyone believed that, oh yeah, like, letting immigrants in, it's about compassion and empathy and blah, blah, blah. But then it turns out, well, it's actually about depressing wages, making sure corporations have cheap labor, making sure that politicians have a docile population that's willing to put up with authoritarian shit, making sure that the politicians have a reason to pass hate speech laws, to pass crackdown stuff that didn't have to exist before. And of course, making sure that the new generation can vote. And so people are kind of fed up with the idea of like, oh yes, we need immigrants because we're compassionate. No, you're not. No, you're not. And people notice that it's paid for. Where do all these people have money from to come all the way here? And so on and so forth. And so now you end up in a situation where I saw that even the legal migrants are now polling for Donald Trump because they're against it, right? Like they're fed up with this shit. My phone battery died, so that's where the avatar went. But I just want to show you something that I found interesting. Like, this is kind of bizarre to me, but like whatever. Look at this shit, right? Governor Gavin Newsom. The founding fathers did not live and die to see this moment. It's a time for all of us to stand up peacefully. Los padres fundadores de esta nación no vivieron ni murieron para presenciar este momento. Es hora de que todos nos levantemos pacíficamente. My fucking God, sounds so fucking American, right? Like, the interesting thing is that, from my knowledge of history, as little as it goes, America is actually a land of, indeed, the immigrants, like migrantes, the soul of Americana. But you had, like, Germans there, you had the Italians, you had the English people, and you know what you didn't have? You didn't have the fucking Tower of Babel, right? Like, literally in the Bible, and when I read it, I was a kid, and that story kind of made sense to me. It's like, okay, you got many people building a tower, right? Which was like a magnificent monument for the time. Like, they were building a skyscraper with sticks and mud. It's like, holy shit, okay, that's impressive. Get me wrong, fucking impressive, joint effort, unity, cohesion, right? Yeah. And God sees that shit, doesn't like it, smites them and makes them speak different tongues. Now, no one understands each other, right? They don't know how to build the stuff. They can't work together. Can't fucking work together because they're all speaking different things. How is it that like people from 5,000 years ago who wrote the fucking Bible understand that shit, but a Democrat doesn't? Like how can there be something so primal, like a truth that is like so ancient, that people that were carving mud with sticks understood it, but now Democrats are like, no, actually speaking the same language is a weakness. And how fucking difficult is to speak English, because I speak it, right? Like, it's not my main language. I didn't get born this way. Do you know how long it takes you to learn a language? Less than a year. And if you live in a nation that already speaks English, you need to want to not to speak it. Like, you're going way out of your way. And they're saying, oh, wait, so they live in an enclave. Get the fuck out of the enclave then. You don't have to live in an enclave. Turn on the television. Go on the fucking internet. It's English. Like, I would understand if it was Japanese, right? Like, that's a little bit more difficult. Chinese, sure. It's fucking English. Like, you can't use the internet without interacting with it. So, like, all of this is because they don't want to integrate, right? Like, why don't they want to integrate? Well, because divide et impera. It's so fucking good. Like if they speak English, well, maybe they can look at awful things, like the workers' rights. And they look at workers' rights and they realize that the company that they work for may be abusing them. Maybe they can then talk to a lawyer and realize that they can be compensated for damages. Oh, that's so horrible, right? It's best if they don't speak it. And not only that, but they're making it sound like you're the bad guy for even suggesting that people shouldn't do the Tower of Babel shit. No looters, L.A. Riots, just undocumented customers. Oh my God. V, you need to cast a wider net. B, laugh uncontrollably, you fucking riot. Clearly he's speaking to my wider audience, LOL. It's all good, dude. American Outlier, you actually told me that there was this gentleman that wanted you to meet his daughter. Like, don't tell me that you do not have dating opportunities, right? Don't tell me that you do not have mademoiselles being lined up because you're a sexy stud. Same reason why I still haven't lost my Busan accent when speaking Korean, because I refuse to start speaking like people from Seoul. Oh, we're going regional now. I'm wondering if like American Outlier can speak with the vernacular. I actually like the vernacular. I don't know why he hates it, but I pretty much like the vernacular. I also like the London accent. What do they call it? Cockney. Like there's there's three. Yeah, there's three things that I really like. I like the black vernacular. I don't know why. I just do. I like the Scottish accent. And I also like the London one. The one that the Warhammer 40k orcs speak. You know, that's the proper one. Ebonics? Is that what it's called? I don't know if it's called Ebonics. Like southern accent. Right? Anyway, let's focus a little bit more on the LA riots, because I saw something that offended my sensibilities. Look at this, chat. Hold on.
We're in the Bolshevik War right now, bro. And right now what's coming up is all the pride stuff is going to be... Okay, so I had this woman come on my podcast. Her name's Mel K. She goes, I've been talking to some people in the intelligence, and they go, this gay pride stuff is going away. And the next thing you're going to see are immigration riots. This is going to be right around the next election. So, hand to God, we do this episode. Next day, Starbucks is like, we're banning all the pride stuff. And now you start seeing these they're putting...
To be fair, you know, like, people are talking as if it's like Nostradamus predictions or it's all planned. You could see it a mile away. Like, I predicted this shit, I think, from 2021. And I said, yeah, I think that the pride stuff is probably going to go away. Because you look at the pride rallies, and you notice that they're shrinking, right? Like less and less people are going there. You're looking on the internet, you're seeing that people are losing their patience. Because, like, most people were fine with the LGB. But unfortunately, you know, like, the T kept pushing it. You don't go after VTubers, you don't go after the Kettle, you don't go after streamers. Now they will say, well, it's not all the T. Sure, but if you're going to let the radicals scream and shout, you're going to let the radicals define you. Even if they're a minority. But, like, you get to see legislation pushed where now it's like, oh, if your kid goes to school and transitions and identifies as a woman, then the teacher is allowed not to tell you as the parent. And I'm like, well, hold on a little bit. But, like, what other thing in human existence allows a teacher not to tell shit up to the parent? Like, can you give me any other example? No? Okay, that's interesting, right? You have, like, cases from Canada where apparently, like, if the father misgenders the kid, that's like child abuse. It's like, I'm sorry, who agrees to that? Like, did you put it to a vote? No, you just dictated top down. Okay. And so it's like, yeah, people are going to lose their patience with it. And then you play video games, and they're trying to sneak them in, chat. They're trying to sneak them in like a mother sneaking the carrot inside the broccoli. Inside the cupcake, sorry. Right? Like trying to sneak the carrot inside the cupcake. It's like, oh, this character is totally female. She just happens to have a belly jawline, no tits, broad shoulders, and she's called body type B. But, like, other than that, it's totally female. Like, people are seeing it, and you know, it's like, stop gaslighting me. That's abusive. That's toxic. Fuck is wrong with you? And when you complain, it's like, oh, you're a bigot, or you're a gooner, or a coomer. It's like, yeah, no, seriously, if I like women with big tits, and that makes me a coomer, then I think you not liking it makes you gay. Nothing wrong with being gay, but, like, just come out of the closet and stop being so resentful. You know? Sneaking carrots inside the broccoli is difficult. I don't know, the director of The Last of Us 2 made that joke. What's my opinion on the new speech laws in Romania? What the fuck do you think I can say? I don't like it. It is what it is. Anyway.
little breadcrumbs out, man. Little breadcrumbs. Oh, I saw this one thing in Chicago. Oh, yeah, illegal immigrants are upset about where they're staying. And these illegal immigrants who speak no English are holding up perfectly written English signs saying we're tired of how we're being treated. And not...
Wait. That's actually a really good point. That is a good point. To be fair, it's not that the protests are completely paid for, right? Although, like, if a protest happens in the middle of the week, it's like, okay, do these people not have to go to work? Like, I can't protest in the middle of the week. How do they do it? But usually, like, you have rent-a-mobs or, like, students that actually learn activism. And so, like, if you bring, like, 20 or 30 people to a protest, it snowballs, right? Because, like, a lot of people say, well, hold on, like, I went to the protest and I wasn't paid. Yeah, you weren't. But you went to the protest because there were already a lot of people, right? Like, if there were only 5 people there, you probably wouldn't have gone, would you? Okay. So, if you have, like, 30 people, you get more, and then you get more, and you get more, right? That's how protests work. So, like, you do the snowballing effect. Like, you get the professional protesters, and then it goes up from there.
Now you're starting to see this over and over again. Eric, so everyone's always like when all these Republican governors are like sending these immigrants all over the country, everyone's like, yeah, you're showing those Democrats. Bro, they're moving assets. I know it sounds crazy, but that is 100 what is percent.
What do you mean they're moving assets? What do you mean?
Dude, these guys coming into the country, bro, have you seen them? A lot of them are Chinese, and a lot of them are military-age people. And I'm telling you, they're moving, and this is what's going to be right around 2024 election, immigration riots, people going nuts. And
to be fair, he didn't predict it, right? Because it's like, okay, it's 2025 now, but like, it's not the election year, right? Like, I'm sorry, if it was last year, sure. But like, none of these things, this is like, you put the music, and it looks like Omnius, and it's like Nostradamus shit. This is foreshadowed. Like, everyone could have seen it if you just follow the plot, right? It's like, obviously, the LGBT stuff was going down, and you kind of knew that Trump having immigration as a hot button issue, that it's going to cause a little bit of panic. Riots out of protest. Yeah, sure. Should have said so. Anyway, right. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have to upload another video on my secondary channel. I appreciate the super chats, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.